Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F2 League on the PlayStation platform. I am one of two commentators for tonight, Malc. With me, as always, is Craig. How you doing, mate? You alright?
I'm doing very well, Malc. Thank you for that kind introduction. Looking forward to tonight, as always.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be an absolute classic because you know why? We're at the home of Silverstone, which is the British Grand Prix. And are you excited for it tonight?
Absolutely, it's always a great joy to come back to the home of British motorsport. A strong favourite of myself as well. So, looking forward to some epic racing. We saw some fantastic battles in the F1 League last night, right up to the point of the checkered flag, three for the win, and I think we'll be equally blessed if we have that this evening, Malc.
I hope so. Hope so. Can you imagine if there'll be another photo finish as well? That would be absolutely mad, wouldn't it, Craig? To be fair.
Certainly, and it's definitely possible here. Three DRS zones, a multitude of corners, testing drivers' skill maximum. So anything is possible at Silverstone.
Absolutely, and as you can see, guys, we've got the info briefly, Mo. We've got 5.891 kilometres, with 3.660 miles, 18 corners, 26 laps. There will be a predicted one-stop strategy, which majority would have gone for would be the soft medium, so that be watch out for as well. So check them out, guys, as well. And we're going to go straight to a bit of the driver standings quickly. The last week's race at the USA Grand Prix, Nigel Shades won his first race of the season. Hopefully he'll try and carry on with that in the next race at the British Grand Prix, which we're watching live exclusive. Rimp is on for a hat-trick of podiums for tonight. Let's see if he can try and do that. Huntari has got a chance to do 3 podiums out of 4, so that he'll be one to watch. Ahmed, who took his first podium of the season in 3rd place as well last week. So check him out, guys. But Jump Lion is holding on for just about by 2 points in the driver standings. And for a brief moment of the constructors, obviously AlphaTauri team, they are on for a 10-point gap lead of 90 points, which they've currently got. Red Bull, who have had a great, like I say, with Nigel Shades, got that win. It would have been better had Speed Queen not messed up or anything like that last week, with 80 points, and then McLaren with 75 as well. So those 3 teams, Craig, which we've just mentioned about, the AlphaTauri, Red Bull and McLaren, 15 points is the gap between those 3. Do you think AlphaTauri can do it? Do you think they can try and hold on? Or do you think that the ongoing Red Bulls and McLarens are going to try and stop that AlphaTauri battle?
Just looking at all 6 drivers from those 3 teams as we just go to track there, Malc. Rimpa, certainly the driver in form. Speed Queen was on for a good result last week, but was unfortunately tagged by Hutari nearing the end of the Grand Prix. But Hulkenberger and John Palainen, both very quick drivers and very capable of securing podiums, if not the race win. So it's going to be a close to round 12, but Rimpa will be hoping that his teammate, Mr. Stim, will have a better race this week after retiring from the race in the USA last week.
Hope so. I have to wait and see how it goes as well from his point of view. But overall, this is going to be, I think we're going to have an absolute classic at the British Grand Prix, and I can't wait for it tonight. I really cannot wait because, I don't know, it's just an iconic track that's been there since the 50s with different layouts back in the day. Do you remember through Abbey section, the old layout as well?
I do, but I know there is a lot of traditionalists that are favourites of the old layout. Say, I'm a huge fan of the current layout, going through turn 1 full speed. There's nothing more exciting than that, apart from going through Maggots and Beckett's, and of course Cops in 8th gear flat out this season in these cars. So I would say I'm a firm favourite of this current layout, Malc, and just look at conditions, it does look as if we will be having a dry qualifying session, so expecting times to be in the 24s, possibly may see the odd 23 in tonight's qualifying, but that will come down to the fastest drivers in the session. So let's get things underway as we wait for the first cars onto the track.
Absolutely, and we just seen one of the cars just coming out. We just got Keiran, who is live exclusive for us. One of the, I believe, the Alfa Romeos is just coming out as well. So, unless that was two Alfa Romeos, we'll find out in a moment.
Yeah, I think that was both Alfa Romeos, Malc. Cool. Alfa Romeo looking to get out on track as soon as possible, followed by the Racing Point of Keiran.
Fair enough, fair enough. Like I said, Ryan, who's been just joined the league recently, but he's shown on the last few races he has got the pace, to be fair, but he's just been trying to keep it consistent. Do you agree with that, Craig?
Yeah, he's definitely shown the pace. It's just consistency. So he may be hoping to get that elusive podium finish tonight. He will be one of the first cars to set a qualifying lap. I believe he is leading the pack at the moment as he just goes through Cops.
So let's see what he can try to do through Maggots and Beckett's now. This is one lovely part of the track that we always remember. But if you can't get that rhythm going through the S's, through the Maggots and Beckett's, you will lose at least 1 or 2 seconds, because I've seen people go wide and they cannot get it right through that section. So Ryan's passing Stowe Corner now, and he's going to come up to Club Corner now. He's trying to warm up his tyres now. But yeah, it's going to be, let's hope we try and get the 24s, or probably high 23s. Let's see what he can try and do. Come up to start off the F2 on the PlayStation platform for his qualifying now. He's coming up to passing Abbey Corner now, and then try and push everything he can through the first sector now. He's coming up to, which I believe is the loop, and then come up to the first lot of the DRS, and I tell you what, coming to under the bridge, coming to the end of the first sector now. Let's see what time he would do. Bye. He's done a 27.042, 27.042, and we come up to Lovefield Corner. Lovefield Corner is trying to push on massively, and the corner that people will need to watch out for as well is Copses, because people go wide, and if you go wide and hit the curb, I've seen people go wide and hit the wall. Oh!
Yeah, just carried a little bit too pacey at Cops and went on to the white lines, just lost the rear of the car, and thankfully he was able to save it out of the barrier. So he'll flat spotted those tyres, and he'll be wanting a fresh pair of boots on and try again.
Absolutely. Just as I was saying it, I'm hoping people may not say that's a commentator's curse, to be fair, but it does happen. I've seen it, many people happen, and Aquilin has just got invalidate his lap, so he will not carry on. Who are you watching so far, Craig?
Yeah, I'm just going to say, Malc, not the start that Alfa Romeo would have been hoping for there. But just riding on board with Rimpa, he's just finishing off his lap, just Stowe Corner, and we do have the first time on the board a 1:25.0 by Mr. Steen. But Rimpa coming through the final corner, just trying to kiss the run out wide, and goes a 24.7, so smashing Mr. Steen's time by 3/10.
So that's a good time there from Rimpa as well. So he's done a brilliant time to hit the 24s. Mr. Steen did a 25 flat. Taking out has done a 25.1. Hulk has done a 25.3. I was getting ahead of myself there. Beck has done a 25.3 as well. Just looking at Humberstone now in the Racing Point now. Coming up to the last few corners now. Let's see what we can try and do. Coming up to Club Corner and trying to push on onto the international pit straights as well. Let's see what we can try and do. Might get to 24. 24.6, Craig. A 24.6.
Yeah, I just want to speak about Rimpa. He certainly looked as if he's put his issues behind him from last night. I was just watching him last night, Malc, and he was having a little bit of a mare. So it looks as if it hasn't dented his confidence too much, and he's only 1/10 of provisional pole of Humberstone, holding on to a 24/7.
Yeah, hopefully so. Hopefully so. Okay. Hopefully he'll try and push on as well. But yeah, just wanted to see if he can keep that pressure going as well. But he's doing absolutely stellar of a job at the minute. He's want to try and keep that consistency going with the podiums as well. And just watching Nightshades. Nightshades is really starting to gain the oomph back in that Red Bull car to try and get back himself into the rhythm going in the driver's standings, Craig.
Yeah, that'll be a bit of confidence after last week's race victory, Malc. So Nightshade's currently sitting in third. They'll be hoping that Speed Queen, his teammate, can join him up on the second, if not the front row.
Yeah, hopefully so. Just try and see what he's going to try and do now. Still looking at Nightshades with Lovefield Corner. I'm just trying to look at Speed Queen now. Speed Queen did a 25 flat. Let's hope she can try and come up to passing into Cops' corner. One of the Red Bulls of Nightshades, I believe, just behind. So come up to Maggots and Beckett's corner. So trying to push on. Absolutely. It's 4 seconds. We'll just have a quick glance at some of the drivers. Just looking at Keza to do his outlap, and it's just one of the Alpha Towers. He's just got out of the way. That might be Mr. Stim. Mr. Stim doing his outlap. Hopefully we'll try and get that sorted for Keza to try and get a good rhythm going, and hopefully that doesn't dent his time as well. I hope everyone's all okay, well, and enjoying the stream. Please make sure to subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races itself on the YouTube channel and also on the Twitch channel. But yeah, some great times there, Craig.
Yeah, and those times will certainly be tumbling down as the track evolves at the end of the session.
Absolutely. We're just waiting for see how Keza can try and do. Come up to the Lovefield corner, and then come up to the old start finish in Australia. If you got some iconic memories of the F1 series back in the day, as well as the Invictus Racing League historical races, what's your best moments at Silverstone while Keza's going through Maggots and then Beckett's corner, and then coming to the Hanger Straight? 1 and 2.5, so let's see what he can try and do through there. Come up to Stoke Corner, so Stoke Corner is going to try and push on now and try and see what he can try and do with the Racing Point car. At the minute we've got 9 minutes 40 left, 9 minutes 40 left of the qualifying. Let's see how Keza can try and do. He might get into the 26s. 25.9, a 25.9 from Keza. Craig.
Yeah, I'm just watching Rimpa. He's just coming round the final few corners on his outlap, trying to get his tyres up to temperature, and he'll be looking to close down the gap between himself and Humberstone, who's now on an outlap as well.
So yeah, let's see what he can try and do. I mean, John Polino, who's just doing his lap now, but let's go back to Rimpa now to see if he can try and improve, try to get ahead of Humberstone, who's only in a 10th behind of the time itself. But over the halfway marker now of the qualifying. At the moment, Humberstone is in pole position at the moment in first place. You've got Rimpa in second, Nightshades is in third, Mr. Steen fourth, Luke Bailey fifth, Aquilan is in sixth, Speed Queen seventh, Taking Owls eighth, Hulk ninth, Beck is in 10th, Mr. Stim 11th, Keza 12th, John Polino 13th, and Ryan who's in 14th, and Stefan is the only one who is out of the qualifying in the British Grand Prix. Craig.
Yeah, just watching Rimpa. Oh, he's kind of a little bit too much pace, I thought, but he managed to through Cops, coming through Maggots. Beckett strides up to try and kiss the apex. Went a little bit wide there, but managed to square up the car. Got DRS down the Hanger Straight. Moving across over to the left, opening up Stoke Corner, turn 15, coming up to the Oh, there's yellow flags. It looks as if the Speed Queen, I believe that may be looking to give way of traffic, but it looks as if Rimpa has backed out of it.
Just wanting to see what happens from Rimpa's point of view, and he's just going back into the pits now. We do apologise on that. We've got Luke Bailey now doing a 24.8, so he's still in 5th place at the moment. Come up to Cops' trying to go past through there. Taking House has just got the fastest lap of the race with a 24.5. So that's a good time there from Taking House at the minute. But yeah, just watching Luke Bailey now. He's 3/10 quicker. 3/10 quicker on the second sector. And to be fair though, this has been an absolute good time, to be fair, from Luke Bailey. Let's see if he can try and improve his time. I do apologise if you heard any background noises coming out the background. Just looking at Luke Bailey now, trying to do his lap. He's just moved himself up to 4th place with a 24.7, Craig.
Yeah, Speed Queen just coming down to... And I'm wondering if the Red Bull team are looking to give a go to Nightshades on his hot lap. He's closely following Speed Queen ahead as she just comes through the final 2 corners on the exit of the final corner over to the left hand side and sets a 1:24.8, moves her up to 7th place, Malc.
So she's done really well to move herself up to 7th place. Looks like is that Mr. Steen? Yes, it is. It's Mr. Steen who's just moved himself up to 2nd place with a 1:24.638, 300 quicker than Humberstone, who's moved into. So just see what happens there.
That's an absolutely stonker of a lap from Ferrari driver taking L's up to provisional pole at 1:24.5. Speed Queen gets out the way of her and Aquilin as well. So Speed Queen getting out the way on in lap there, but Nightshade's going for it. Can he improve on P6, Malc, as he approaches Copse Corner?
Let's see what he can try and do as well, and hopefully try and keep that car. He's done everything he can, but going through Maggins and Beckett's now. 5 minutes 42 left of the qualifying itself. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight on the video tonight, so please make sure you like and subscribe. We got Nightshades coming up to the passing Stowe into Club Corner. He's trying to push on massively. Can he try and do? He's gone a little bit wide. He still kept going. But not enough. It was 2/10 slower, Craig. 2/10 slower on his time.
Yeah, just losing control of the Red Bull certainly cost them a chunk of time. They're unable to improve on his previous lap time of 1:24.7, as both Red Bulls find themselves close together again on the starting grid, but nobody able yet to challenge taking L's for provisional pole as we approach 4 minutes remaining in the qualifying session.
Hopefully we'll try and see if anyone can try and stop Taking L's, who had a brilliant time, to be fair, with 1:24.5 for 7, I believe it is. Yes, it is. 4 minutes 28 left. Can anyone try and stop him? That's the big question. Can we get even lower into the 24s? That's another query as well. But with Aquilin trying to go past in Cops' corner, I believe one of the drivers has gone off at Lovefield. I believe that might be one of the Red Bull cars.
Yeah, Mr. Stim having a little trip across the grass down at Lovefield. That didn't put Rimp off too much, and is on an absolute charge here, Mark, looking to improve on 4th place.
Let's have a look at Rimper now again to try and see if he can try and improve. It's 200s quicker, or 7,000s quicker on his time at the minute. But Aquilin just gone off track a little bit at Maggins and Beckett's as you was watching. But
hardship for Rimper there, just ran wide on the exit of Stowe and invalidated his lap. So absolute disaster for the Alpha Tauri driver Rimper there. He was absolutely trying to improve on his grid position, so I believe that was his final run as well, Malc. So if anybody gets any quicker lap times, he's going to fall down the order. That is not what the Alpha Tauri driver wants.
No, he did not want that at all. He really did not want that at all, considering that he was getting a little bit quicker. It wasn't purple in the first two sectors that we saw, but he was on for at least a few more hundreds and thousands on his time, but I don't think he would have got improved on Humblestone's time, depending on. But it's what ifs, isn't it, Craig?
Yeah, I was just. Track is absolutely quiet at the moment, but hopefully this is the calm before the storm, as we see both McLarens and Williams take to the track with 2 minutes 30 remaining in the session. So Hulkenberger currently holding on to 9th, John Palainen in 12th. Can they improve? Can they get McLaren up the grid order? And it looks like both Red Bulls coming out on track as well, Malc. So it's going to be an absolute shootout for pole position.
Yeah, hopefully so. Hopefully so. But let's see if John Palainen can try and catch up, because he had a bit of an unlucky race, to be fair, last week at the USA Grand Prix. But still trying to hold on as much as possible. But he can't, like I said, John Palainen, who, if he still started at the back, he has shown that he can be capable of going ahead into the top 3 a few times this season. So watch out for him as well. But let's see what he can try and do on his time. It's just under a second behind the pole position leader of taking L's now. 1 minute 35 left, and before we get the qualifying to properly finish here, we haven't mentioned about the pit stops. This is one of the longest pit stops in the racing calendar. So pit stops, obviously the strategies have got to be absolutely spot on tonight, Craig.
Yeah, absolutely. A one-stop strategy. Just riding on board with John Palainen. Crossing the start-finish line, coming up to turn 1, flat out through turn 8, plugs that left side onto turn 2, down into turn 3, down to 3rd gear, slight lock up on the right as the front tire starting to unload, and trying to get the car straightened up, getting the power down towards Wellington Straight, DRS open towards the end of sector 1.
So let's see what he can try and do into the end of the first sector. He's 300 slower, Craig. He is 300 slower, but let's see what he can try and do passing at Littlefield Corner. Try and push on massively. Let's see what he can try and do now. Come up to Cops' Corner. He's keeping it real. He's keeping it real on the car itself. But come up to Maggots and Beckett's Corner. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, John Palainen looking very tight through Maggots and Beckett's there. Malc on the run down towards the hangar straight. Fastest part of the circuit. Can he hold it towards Stowe? Misses brakes, gets it turned back in, lets the car run wide on the run down towards the final few corners. Currently in 12. Oh, it locks up that front left. That'll cost him time. Can he come through the final corner? Where is he going to go on the grid? He moves up to 11th, so only gains 1 position at the moment.
Yeah, he's done everything. He's done everything he can. Hulk has just retired. Mr. Steen has just got himself pole position with 124.4 at the minute. So that's just an absolute belt of a time from him. I'm just trying to look to see if anyone else is getting close. We've got Humberstone now.
You've got talking else coming. Final corner takes provisional pole. Beats him with 200ths of a second. So taking else retakes provisional pole.
He retakes provisional pole. It looks like Ryan's moved to 5th. Speedquid has moved up to 2nd place, but both Speedquid and Mr. Steen have both got exactly the same times, Craig.
Yeah, and Humberstone was unable to improve there, holds on to 4th place. So absolute mighty from Speedquid moving up to 2nd, right at of the qualifying session, but no one unable to challenge taking L's for provisional pole at this time. But I don't think anybody's going to really challenge him. Nightshade's coming through the final corner. Can I take? No, it's only good enough for 8th with Hulkenberger retiring in the pits, Keiran staying in the pits. It looks as if qualifying has come to a close and taking L's takes pole position.
That's a good time there from taking L's. What a stellar of a lap from taking L's, to be fair. And he's just an absolute joy to watch on the qualifying itself. But if you like what you've seen so far, guys, please make sure to subscribe to the Invictus Racing League YouTube channel for all the live races itself. Check out also the Twitch channel of Invictus Racing Leagues. We also got all the other social media sites on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Obviously, majority of the schedules, we will talk about that in a moment too, just before we start the race itself. But here we go. We'll give the short qualifying classification for the British Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F2 League on the PlayStation platform. You got Taken Hours is in first place, Speed Queen in second place, Mr. Steen in third, Hobblestone fourth, Rimpa fifth. Ryan is in 6th, Luke Bailey is 7th, Nightshades 8th, Aquilan is in 9th, Hulk is in 10th, Jumper Lion 11th, Beck 12th, Mr. Stim 13th, Keza 14th, and Stefan, who has had no time at all, in 15th place. Unbelievable qualifying there, Craig.
Yeah, saving the best to last, Malc, with taking pole position right at the end of the session. And also very impressive from Speed Queen, who takes second right in the last moments of the session as well. But I would expect most of the drivers outside the top 10 to start on the medium tyres. It looks as if it's a little bit more overcast, so track temperatures should be lower compared to what it was in qualifying, and that may favour the drivers on the harder compound compared to the soft running drivers. So it'll be interesting to see what the drivers from 11th down choose for strategy.
I'll be interested, to be fair, because to be fair though, if there was an early safety car, which we have seen a few times this season, where an early safety car has caused to come in and people go in for like the earlier pit stops as well. So I would not be surprised if we get some people pitting like on if there's a safety car early, like in the first 3 or 4 laps, then I would not expect it to like hit turn like 3 or 4 something on the lap to see if they're going to go on the hards. But then the most predictable strategy that you would expect to see is the soft mediums, but it just all depends on how they are on track and how they can capitalise on it, Craig.
Yeah, soft medium should definitely be achievable during the race. Although tyre wear can be quite heavy in the front left with corners like Cops and Stowe. Maggots and Beckett's give the tyres a little bit of a battering as well, but drivers should be able to go from the soft to the medium and complete the race quite safely. But there is a possibility of the safety car. You're right there, Malc, and I would expect that all drivers just chuck on the hard tyres and just go to the end of the race from there. But it's all about keeping your nose clean through turns 1, 2 and 3, and you certainly do not win races with taking too many risks. So we'll hope that all drivers get through turns 1, 2, 3 very cleanly, and we have another cracking race this evening.
I hope so. But if my memory's correct, we have seen a few incidences, not in the F2, but I've seen it in the past, where turn 1 has always been in this track at Silverstone. As long as they keep the car on track and keep it consistent, I have seen a few people. A few little incidences here and there, so they need to be absolutely spot on through that, because it's a fast first turn at Abbey as well, and then come up to, which is the village, I believe, and then the farm, and then the loop as well. So they need to be really, really consistent at the start of the race, and it's going to be mayhem, shall we say, Craig? Yeah,
certainly too much mayhem that we actually have some great wheel-to-wheel racing, as it looks as if all drivers have selected strategy, and we should be going to track for the formation lap, and then we should have 26 laps of absolutely fantastic racing.
I hope so. Can we see a photo finish? Can we see a 2 wide or 3 wide scenario? That we will guarantee to have them, but can we imagine having it on the last lap as well, and have some unbelievable moments? I hope so. That'll be the big question of it all. And you are right, Craig. The top 10 obviously with the softs, because obviously they are the tyres that they have started on and the fastest that they qualified on, and they cannot change the tyres. But the bottom half, which is from 11th to 15th, they've all gone on for the mediums, which is what we pretty much, about 90 to 95% predicted that these guys were going to go for the medium tyres tonight. Craig?
Yeah, pretty much expected all drivers outside the top 10, top 4, the medium tyre, looking to go a little bit longer, possibly getting the overcut of the drivers in the top 10 safety car can certainly present itself and throw a spanner in the works. So anything can happen over 26 laps, and I just hope that we absolutely have a fantastic show for everyone this evening.
I hope so. I've been told, Craig, because of the overcast, I'll just say quickly, for the overcast, it's going to be a dry race as well. So that's what we are looking forward to. I expect it to be... Would you have liked to have seen a bit of rain in this condition? I know we're going to have a dry race, but would you have liked to have seen the rain kicking in a little bit to make it a little bit difficult this evening?
No, I'd actually prefer it to be dry. Because I don't, all drivers can just go hell for leather, and we just see what these do.
Absolutely.
So we've been dealt the hand of a dry race, and we'll just stick with that.
Absolutely. But I would have liked to have seen what would happen with the differences as well. But anywho, we're going to go straight into the drivers are slowly creeping in towards the start finishing line straight. I hope everyone's all okay well and enjoying the stream. Please make sure to subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races itself. We also got the Xbox F1 live exclusive for you guys on Twitch on Invictus Racing League. So check them out, guys, if you want to watch the Xbox side. But at the moment, we're on the PlayStation platform for the F2 League tonight. And the drivers are all slowly coming into the starting grid. And it'll be an unbelievable start. So who will try and win the British Grand Prix? That's the big question of it all. We're going to wait for the lights to kick off. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And we are go! Who's had the great start? It has Speed Queen got a great start, but it looks like Mr. Steed had a great start. They're going to be careful at turn 1. Oh, there's one course that's gone off track. That is Humberstone. Humberstone's gone off track. Oh my... Up
the inside of taking L, so Speed Queen looking to make the move up to P1. Gets the move done just before the Hanger Straight, the Wellington Straight, apologies there. And Mr. Steen moves up to second, so taking L's, dropping 2 places with Rimpa staying in 4th, putting the pressure on the Ferrari driver. Inside, the slight touch by the wheel. Triangle round the outside, taking L's, goes defensive. Right round outside, but Rimpa's got the move done and moves up to 3rd.
What a move there from Rimpa. But, oh my god, 2 to the bed. 2 wide, 2 on us at the Cops' corner. Oh my god, that's going to be mad. We're going to come up to Magnus and Beckett's corner. Oh my god, 2 wide again of the Williams, Luke Bailey and Aquilin. Luke Bailey has just got ahead of 7th place. That is a great move there through Magnus and Beckett's. That's a great job there from Luke Bailey, but what a mad start at the Invictus Racing League, the F2 League, Craig.
Yeah, Mr. Stim had a little run, Stefan runs out of tops, but Stefan runs, stays ahead, but Stim looking to come back on the run down. Oh, there's late braking by Mr. Stim, locks up the front, avoids contact. I think Ben may have panicked a little bit when he saw an Alpha Tauri coming at him from behind at speed. But Mr. Stim trying a very opportunistic move there, but had to pull out of it as he locked the front left tyre. But Stefan Rands, looks as if Stefan Rands loses the rear of the car going through turn 1.
Yeah, he completely lost it. I was just watching it through Mr. Stim's car, and he looked like he just could not control that car at turn 1. And to be fair though, he's tried everything he can, but Mr. Stim has just got himself past him as quickly as possible, but is in for yeah, just trying to have a look at some of the drivers at the moment. So, as things stand, Hulk is trying to close the gap onto Keiran, who's in 9th place. But what's your thoughts of the race so far, Craig, after 2 laps? Well, during the 2 laps.
Speed Queen had to make an early move there for the lead. She's trying to break away from Mr. Steen, but Mr. Steen with DRS should be able to close down. Sorry, I got a notification that he had actually DRS in there, but DRS does not become activated until lap 3. So apologies for the misinformation there, but Speed Queen open up a gap between herself and Mr. Steen. There's Rimpa is half a second below, but he's coming under pressure from Ryan as well, but taking L seems to be dropping further back down the grid, now finding himself in 5th place and coming under pressure from Nightshades and the Red Bull.
Yeah, like I said, Nightshades has really stepped up a gear since he won last week's race at the Circuit of the Americas as well. So he has stepped up a gear, but Speed Queen needed to get these points. And I believe if the Red Bull team keep them going, we could see him charging to try and get the constructors as well. So let's see what they can try and do as well. I've got Rimpa now trying to close the gap onto Mr. Steen. Come up to Lovefield Corner, and then come to we're bound to come up to Copses Corner, Craig. So this has been an absolute belter on some of the battles that we have seen so far tonight.
Yeah, all drivers just looking to try and keep it clean and try and break away from the cars behind, but it looks as if Speed Queen, Mr. Steen and Rimpa trying to break away from the pack, but Ryan able to hold on to this as well as he's opened up a 1.2 second gap to taking L. So it looks as if the front 4 drivers are starting to pull away from the pack at the moment here.
Absolutely, but we would like to know what happened to taking out, because ever since he had that brilliant qualifying lap, he's just been really struggling at the start, and looks like Rimpa's getting under pressure from Ryan, but still can't do anything about it at the minute. But Taken House has got the fastest up the race with a 128.736 at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone as well. So at the moment, Speed Queen holding on for first, Mr. Steen second, Rimpa third, Ryan is in fourth, Taken House fifth, Nightshades is in sixth, Luke Bailey is 7th, Keiran is in 8th, Hulk is in 9th, John Bologna is in 10th, Beck is in 11th, Mr. Stim 12th, Stefan 13th, Hubberstein 14th, and Keza, who's just pitted on the hard, in 15th place. Craig.
Yeah, it looks as if Rimpa's slightly overdriving the Alpha Tauri at the moment, just trying to close the gap between himself and Mr. Steen. And it was unfortunate to lock up the front left at the end of Wellington Straight, and that allows Ryan to close the gap again. So Rimpa just needs to be patient and possibly opt for the undercut, unable to make any headway between himself and Mr. Steen. So it's a little bit of a DRS train at the moment, but Speed Queen still trying to hold on to a 6/10 gap, unable to shake Mr. Steen from behind.
Absolutely, nice chase to go, try to make the move on to take it out at Club Corner. Oh my god, nice chase nearly trying to make the move at Club Corner against Taken Else, but nice chase now has got a great exit at on the international pitch straights now. They go up to Abbey Corner now. Hulk has got the fastest up the race now with a 128.574. And Night Chase should have the opportunity to try and overtake Taken Else and to try and push on to try and challenge onto the top 4 once he gets past Taken Else. But still, I've been really impressed with some of the drivers in the last few races, to be fair. But with Night Chase now closing the gap onto Taken Else, he needs to make the move done now, because he can't afford to waste any time, especially when you're in that situation. Craig, do you agree?
Yeah, and it looks as if Mr. Steen's going to have a short train catching him shortly. TKL starting to close down to Ryan ahead, and he's pulling Nightshades and Luke Bailey along with him. So if Mr. Steen can't get this move done, he may come under pressure from the pack behind. But Nightshades gets the better exit out of Chapel. Should get DRS. Taking else could be a sitting duck. He tries to go a little bit defensive with the squeeze, but Nightshades moves up to 5th place. DRS, and he'll have his sights set on Ryan ahead.
He should now push on now, Nightshades. He should really be pushing on now from taking that move on taking else now. So taking else has been really, I keep saying it, don't know what's up with him, but his car's just not the same as in the qualifying that he has done. But it's really getting close to Nightshades, so just going to have to watch from his point of view to see if he can try and do the overtake. But Nightshades needs to charge, needs to push now, and he had a great exit through the loop corner. So, but yeah, I remember back in the days, Craig, do you remember the 4 wide scenario at Silverstone in the Performance League all those years ago? It's an iconic moment as well.
Yeah, and a long time ago as well. But looking at how things are shaping up, Malc, we may actually have a 4-way battle for the lead. Nightshades just dropping off slightly from Ryan. The gap sitting at 1.2 seconds, but Speed Queen unable to shake off Mr. Steen, Rimp and Ryan also. So it's a 4-way battle currently for the lead, but Nightshades may just be playing the long game, just sitting behind us, maintaining a little bit of a lapse. Tyres not wanting to scrub them with the understeer from the dirty ahead.
Hopefully he'll try and catch up to these top 4 who are doing everything possible to try and push as much as possible in this race tonight at the Silverstone, at the home of the British Grand Prix. We've got Nightshades, we've got the fastest lap of the race now with a 1:28.569 now. We're on lap 7:26. Can anyone try and stop these top 4 slowly going away from it? But it looks like we might have a few car battles, but this is going to be like another DRS train, Craig, that we have seen a few times now.
Yeah, Ryan was starting to rein in Rimpa a little bit through turns 1 to 3. The Rimpa looked as if he got the better exit towards Wellington straight, but yeah, none of these top 4 drivers unable to make any headway, and Nightshade started to rein in Ryan. The gap reduced to 7/10 now.
Yeah, so Nightshades just really want to try and get that at least another podium from his win last week in the Circuit of Americas as well. So he really is trying to push on massively. We got about the top 5 cars now joining the pack, and now we've got a couple of battles between Taken L's and Luke Bailey, and also we had Hulk, Aquilon, Job Lion, and possibly Beck as well. So those guys are battling now, but the main talking point of it all is the top 5 at the moment, with Speed Queen, who she had a great start, to be fair, and she needed that, to be fair. 1:28.532 now from Nightshades, I believe, for the fastest lap of the race. Craig.
Yeah, just watching Stefan run there, makes the move on the higher straight, moves himself up 12th after early disaster going off track, but again we return to this first front 4, and Nightshades just moments away from hugging the gearbox off the Alfa Romeo ahead of Ryan. So it could be a 5-car train as we are on lap 8. So it will be interesting, Malc, who is the first to pull the trigger on the pit stops. Which of these 5 are going to opt for the undercut? Speed Queen managing this race, maintaining that gap to Mr. Steen. Mr. Steen unable to make any headway of the race leader at this time.
Hopefully so, but now Ryan's going to have a chance to try and close the gap. He nearly did try and look like he was getting close to the gap of Rimpa, but not enough. Not enough. And 3 drivers are going to the pits, Craig. 3 drivers are going to the pits, and they're trying to brake heavily. Ryan trying to avoid the 5-second stop-go penalty if you get too much speed on that as well. And that was a close call. A very, very close call for Ryan. to be fair. I'm trying to have a look to see if there's any battles, but it looks like Luke Bailey could have a chance to try and close the gap on to Taking Hours, who's in third place at the moment. But a three-car battle for between Akalan, Jumper Lion and Beck for the mid-pack in 6th place. But as I said, don't write off Jumper Lion. He's one of those drivers who starts at the back and he does well to could be on for a good top 5 finish, but let's see if we can try and emulate that again in this race tonight. But at the moment, Mr. Steen, actually I'm going to have to go back to the top 2 because Mr. Steen's getting a little bit closer. Well, he was getting a bit closer to Speed Queen, but Taking Else is getting a chance now to try and hold the fire against Luke Bailey. And Luke Bailey's got 3 tenths, 4 tenths now, try and push on. Now go up to the DRS straight now. This is a chance now for Luke to try and capitalise on this, to try and get to 3rd place. But some of the drivers have gone into the pits already, so would you expect them to pit now? Now, would you say?
I think the drivers opting for the undercut behind, so Speed Queen and Mr. Steen forced into pitting on this lap, but we are in the pit window anyway, so Taking L's retake the race lead, followed by Luke Bailey. Speed Queen and Mr. Steen come into the pits and they should opt for the medium tyres, but it'll be interesting to see where Rimpa comes out.
Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to have a look at where Rimpa is now. Rimpa's gone past Club Corner and on to the international pit straights now. But this is going to be close. This is going to be close now. It depends on where Speed Queen is. Now, just ahead. Speed Queen has just got ahead.
So, great job there from the Red Bull mechanic ahead of Rimpa, and Rimpa gained a place over Mr. Steen. If you remember 2 laps ago, Mr. Steen was currently ahead, but Rimpa looking to make the move up the inside of Speed Queen on the Wellington Straight. Can he get the move done? Has the inside line, and Mr. Steen tries to get his nose in as well, but Rimpa on the race temperature tyres, opting for a pit stop a lap earlier, and is in net P1.
Absolutely, but don't forget, Craig, don't forget, Speed Queen has got an extra lap of those tyres, so that could be crucial near the end of the race. That could be absolutely crucial if this battle is going to keep going throughout this race tonight. So remember that, Craig. Remember that bit as well. So
yeah, absolutely, and it's important for Rimpa to try and break that DRS window, but Speed Queen DRS active and towards Stoke, trying to close down the gap.
So we're just trying to see if Speed Queen can try and finally be able to get herself back into ahead of Rimpa. We got Luke Bailey who's in the pits. Rimpa's got the fastest of the race now with 128.120, and just trying to see if Speed Queen can try and finally be able to push. John Lion, Beck and Stefan are having a good battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th respectively. We'll have a look at that in a moment too, but let's just see if Mr. Steen can try and capitalise. We'll try to watch it from his point of view. But as you said, you rightly said there, Craig, Rimpa needs to try and get away from the DRS zone, from between himself and Speed Queen, because you cannot afford, especially with Speed Queen on her day, she can attack pretty much on the drivers who make those silly mistakes.
Yeah, as you were saying, Malc, it is crucial for Rimpa to try and open up a window between himself and Speed Queen, but he won't be doing it with locking up the front tyres, so Rimpa just needs to concentrate, getting some consistency, and just focus on maintaining that gap to Speed Queen behind.
Hopefully so, hopefully so. It looks like Taking House is going to the pits now. Taking House is going to the pits. Oh my god, John Beck! Beck has just made the move on Jumper Line at turn 1 at Abbey. What a move there from Beck. Unbelievable stuff from Beck. And Jumper Line, I don't think Jumper Line did not expect that at all, but they were going too wide at Abbey Corner. So just
yeah, that was a great move from Beck. Gets the move done and Jump Line goes a little bit deep and allowed Stefan Lange to come up the side of him.
Just see what happens from his point of view. Looks like Stefan is going to have to try and bounce back onto the top three. Oh, well, the first place at the minute. I'm getting ahead of myself because we are watching the top three at the minute. We're on lap 12.26, nearly at the halfway point. We're coming up to Maggot and then Beckett's corner. Let's see what he can try and do. Stefan really right at the back of Beck. Right at the back. This is now an opportunity now to try and make the move with the DRS zone. So here we go again. Well, it looks like Beck has got less ERS because the flashing lights is at the back of the car. But Stefan coming up to Stoke corner now. Trying to push on massively, to be fair. And now Stefan's going to try and go around the outside. Oh, what a move! What a move there from Stefan. But, oh my God, Beck! What was going on? It could have been a certainty of a collision, but luckily for Beck, just holding on. But now John Boline is now battling out for massive for these points as well. So obviously these guys with the medium tyres, they're going to have to try and go up to lap 16, 17, and that is the way forward. To be fair, that's what they need to do. To be fair. So, but yeah, hopefully everything will be alright, Craig. But I know there's some technical issues from your end, sorry. But yeah, yeah. I just want to see if there was any other bits that you see before you have to shoot off, Craig. So just waiting for. We do apologise for any technical difficulties at all. So we're just watching Stefan now do his lap itself. He's going to try and hold on. We're just going to have a look at some of the battles itself. And also Rimpa trying to hold on for 5th, which we'll watch in a moment too. They're going through Marcus and Beckett's at the moment. So just try and see what's going to happen from their point of view. We're on the halfway mark, guys, and we're going to be on the lap 14 as well. So just waiting to see how they're going to try and do. And they're still with that. Let's just go back to the top. Well, would be Rimpa and Speed Queen, who are in 5th and 6th. So I said Craig has had some technical difficulties from his head, so we do apologise, guys. So unfortunately he's had to leave the session. So hopefully he'll be back next week for next week's race. But thank you for that as well. Night Chase has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So he's on charge against Luke Bailey. Here we go. Can Speed Queen now push? Speed Queen's now on the charge to try and push on to Rimpa. But Mr. Steen cannot try and close the gap. Rimpa needs to try and save as much ERS as possible. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure to like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races itself, to be fair. And just try and see what's going to happen from this point of view. We've got the 3-car battle. We also got the 2-car battle between Beck and John Boline, who's in 2nd and 3rd. And then also Luke Bailey, Nightshades, and Ryan, who's battling out for 8th, 9th and 10th. But they've been, to be fair though, when you think about it, there's been some crackers of battles galore, shall we say. And it looks like, well, it looked like Mr. Steve was going to try and make the move on to Speed Queen, who's just trying to save the ERS as much as possible. I thought he was going to try and make the move, and it looks like Stefan is going himself into the pits now. Oh, try and push on massively. So here we go. Can Mr. Steen now finally be able to try and challenge Speed Queen? But obviously they're still within that DRS zone. They cannot make any battles yet. But we got another. We could have a 3 or 4 car just behind this pack as well. So we'll have a look at that in a moment too. But let's have a look at if Speed Queen can finally try and close the gap. But 8/10 is not enough. Not enough. And Luke Bailey trying to get rid of that slipstream from everyone. Like, get on the other side so that no one else on the slipstream can try and attack as much as possible. So Aquilan has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and we'll try and push on massively. No, Nice Shades is trying to go through Cops' corner and through Maggot and then Beckett's corner. And to be fair though to Nice Shades, he has been really impressive. Same with Rimper. Rimper's trying to push on to try and challenge. Obviously, Jumpline and Mr. Stim have both have got to take the pits. And now Nice Shades is making a move into 6th place, overtaking via the DRS zone. And now Luke Bailey's going to have a chance to try and make the move onto Nice Shades, and just watching it from his point of view. Somehow, Nice Shades is really pushing on. And now Rimper, no, Mr. Stim, sorry, we do apologise. I was going to say, he went into second. Rimper and Speed Queen, they all moved up into the podiums now, based on Mr. Stim's pit stop straight. Hey, oh my God, Luke! Luke nearly went to the back of Speed Queen, and because of that now, Ryan is going to have an opportunity to close the gap onto Luke Bailey. So can Ryan now make the move? He's got absolute belter, two wide scenario. Oh my God, a little bit of contact between Ryan and Luke Bailey. Now Luke Bailey needs to try and push, because he's going to lose another place if he doesn't watch it. And now Taking House could have an opportunity, but Luke Bailey lost 2 positions within that lap itself, or 2 laps shall we say, but still, you can't afford to lose any positions, especially in this scenario. Mr. Steen, now Speed Queen cannot catch up to Rimper. He's already out of the DRS zone. And now Mr. Steen is going to try and make the move on the inside. Oh my God, there's a little bit of contact. There was a little bit of contact between Mr. Steen and Speed Queen, but they're still in the game. They're still in the race itself. That is the most important thing of it all. Let's have a look at... Actually, you know what? I'm going to have a look at the back of the grid, because we haven't seen much of that, to be fair, this evening. Aquilan is trying to close the gap onto Beck for 11th place. Fastest up the race is Stefan with a 127.358. So let's see if Aquilan... Well, he was 2/10, but not enough. I'm just trying to look to see if there's any close battles at the minute, but not as much as... not as much as what we was expecting. But now, this is a chance now for Ryan to try and close the gap onto Nice Shades. It went past Luke Bailey on the DRS lap or 2 ago. It's just been absolutely messed up. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe. We have got all the live races. We had the F1 League on the PlayStation platform yesterday at 8 PM. So Monday nights with Gareth and Sab. They do a brilliant job on the comms as always. Myself and Craig on the Tuesday nights here. The Wednesday nights we've got Andy and Wojtek for F3, and we've got Andriy who's in F4 as well, and also we've got obviously myself and Tim for the Performance League. These are all on the YouTube channel. The PC Leagues, check them out, guys. They're on the F1 and F2 on Wednesday nights. John Blyne is now finally done his medium stint, and he's now in the pits for the soft tyre. So he's got 8 to 9 laps remaining to try and get a decent result tonight. Beck has got a fast up the race with 127.3. Stefan's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And also, sorry, check out the Xbox Leagues on the Twitch channel on Invictus Racing Leagues on Tuesday nights at 8 PM for the F1 League, and the Performance League on Thursday nights at 8 PM as well. Check them out, guys, please. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's been an absolute belter of a race tonight at the F2 League. Just trying to see. Who's been your best driver so far in this race? Who's been your driver of the day? I know it's early doors, but I want to try and get some votes in to see who's been your driver of the day at this stage, as well as coming up to the final bit of the race itself. Yeah, just Ryan trying to close the gap. This is a chance now for Ryan to close the gap onto Nice Shades. So these guys are all trying to save ERS. These guys are all trying to save ERS as much as possible. And so Ryan's trying to close the gap onto Nightshades, but not enough. Not enough now. So they're trying to do everything possible. So Ryan going through Abbey Corner. So I'm just trying to look to see if there's any other gaps that we have seen. Some of the camera angles just gets away from it all, but hopefully we'll try and give you all the best coverage on the Invictus Racing League. Check them out, guys, as well. So Ryan with the DRS trying to close the gap onto Nightshades, but not enough. Not enough to close the gap. Mr. Steen, 9/10 now to close the gap onto Rimpa, who's in first place in this race as well. Rimpa is in the lead in first. Mr. Steen is in second. Speed Queen is in third. Nightshades is in fourth. So the two Red Bulls are in the top four. We got Ryan, who's in fifth. Luke Bailey is in sixth. Taken Owls is in seventh. Hulk is in eighth. Stefan in ninth. Beck in 10th. Aquilin in 11th. John Polline is in 12th. Hobblestone 13th. Mr. Steen 14th. And Keza with 15th place. Mr. Steen, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Hulk has dropped himself down. Stefan with the faster soft tyres. Now could have a chance now to try and close the gap. John Polline is now gone ahead of Aquilin. Aquilin in 11th. From 12th to 11th place as well. So at the moment, Nightshades is getting closer to his teammate, old Speed Queen, who's in third place. So Nightshades is going to try and get the toe of Speed Queen. Speed Queen needs to try and close the gap, but she's lost a few tenths here and there on the track as well. So hopefully we'll try and see if Speed Queen can try and pull away. Because at the moment, she's got the advantage. She's got the advantage of having a lap of tyre wear. That's the big advantage. Aquilin has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We'll give you a bit of the info now of the penalties. So at the moment, Nightshades, Luke Bailey, Stefan, Beck, Aquilin, and Mr. Stim, they've all got penalties of at least 3 seconds. With Aquilin on 6, Mr. Stim on 9. And now Nightshades is going to try and make the move on to Speed Queen. Not enough yet. Not enough yet. But obviously, with teammates, you can't make any silly mistakes. I'm sure when you work with your teammate, you can't obviously you can't clash, obviously, but try and keep it consistent and try and get the decent points in onto the season itself. But obviously Nightshades is under a lot of pressure from Ryan. So Speed Queen needs to push. Speed Queen needs to push from now. Otherwise, Nightshades is going to attack, which he has done. But Ryan's going to have to try and make the move. Oh, I thought he was going to try and go around the outside, but not enough. Coming up to Lovefield Corner. And now, Nightshades is on the charge now to try and close the gap onto Mr. Steen and also Rimpa for the top two. But then also watching Speed Queen holding on for 4th place against Ryan for 5th. Just trying to see. But Luke Bailey is just not giving up this fight, but watching Ryan now. Should have the DRS. Got the DRS now, and now should have the DRS. Now to push. But Speed Queen with that DRS is helping massively. Nightshades is trying to defend on the straight, come up to Stowe. Now come up to Club Corner. So Club Corner, try and push on massively on this race as well. Just try and have a look. We've got Hubberstone and Mr. Stim, who are having a good battle for 4 tenths at 13 and 14 respectively. And also we've got the battle between, obviously, for 3rd place, which is absolutely heated up. Because obviously Nightshades has got a 3-second time penalty. So if it stays like this, it'll be out of the podium. It'll be out of the podium. Just trying to look at the... Obviously, everyone's all at the stops. The biggest movers of the race tonight is Stefan is the biggest mover. From 15th to 8th place, so 7 moves. Nightshades with 5 moves as well. And Rimpa with 4 moves as well. So good moves. But the biggest losers, shall we say, is Hobstar with 9 positions from 4th to 13th. So massive, massive drop, to be fair. But that is the biggest movers and so far in this race tonight. But Ryan is going to try to close the gap on to Speed Queen for 4th place. And they're trying... I don't know what Ryan has to do. He has to push. He has to try and get the opportunity to try and close the gap, because himself and Speed Queen, we've got yellow flag sectors 2 and 3. That might be Mr. Stim. That is Mr. Stim. Mr. Stim has lost it through Beckett's, I believe. So we've got about 4 laps remaining. 4 laps remaining of this frantic F2 race tonight. Bye. So Rimpa is pulling away. 2-second gap now. So fair play to him at the minute. So Ryan is trying to close the gap again to Speed Queen. But again, when you're on that DRS train, you got DRS and everyone else has got DRS, and you don't know what you have to do to try and get the overtake when they have got the DRS. You're just hoping that the driver ahead of you is not within DRS zone, and that is the only opportunity of a lifetime to try and make the moves as quickly as possible. But Cops this corner trying to be absolutely delicate, and to be fair though, we've had no safety car just yet. We've had no safety car at all during this race. So let's see how Ryan can try and push on now to Speed Queen. Speed Queen can't do anything from the on charge. Stefan is getting taken ahead of his teammate of taking L's. So now Stefan is moving himself up to 7th place. So that's a good job for him as well. Jump line, who's getting close to Beck. He was getting close to Beck, so we'll have a look at this battle in a moment too. So I was just watching it for a bit while this is going on. So Jump Lion, who needs to try and get these points, because the last few races he's been really, really struggling, to be fair. And you have to wait and see from that point of view as well. So at this moment in time, Beck is getting... trying to pull away from Jumper Lion. Ryan is getting close to Speed Queen, so we'll have a look at that in a moment too. But at the moment, Beck is getting... Jumper Lion needs to try and make the move. Still not enough. Not enough to get past. But Aquilin has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. So here we go. Can Jumper Lion now makes the move into Cops' corner, trying to keep it as cool and calm as well. I'm going to have a quick look at Ryan now. Ryan could have a chance of making the move on to Speed Queen. It looks like they've all getting stuck. They're all getting stuck on this DRS train, and we need some more overtakes. We need some more overtakes, to be fair. But at the moment, they're still keeping it on track. But with Nightshades, with that 3-second time penalty at least, he will not, at this current in time, he will drop himself down to, I believe, 6th place, if it stays like this. I'm just saying, if it stays like this, he needs to try and get a 3-second gap between himself and Speed Queen, but within 2 laps. We're on a penultimate lap, guys. We're on a penultimate lap of the British Grand Prix. Can Rimpa try and do everything he can to try and push the gap? So massive, brilliant drive from him, to be fair, and Mr. Steen as well. Absolute stellar of a job from him to try and push into the top 2. So Speed Queen trying to hold on for dear life. I think it's 1.2 seconds of gap now. Yes, 1.2 seconds. So if Nightshades wants to win the top 3, will stay in the top 3, he needs to try and get another 1.8 seconds of the gap between himself and Speed Queen. But with Ryan now to have an opportunity to take the overtake now. Keza's got the fast up the race now. Ryan's made the move on the inside of Stone Corner. Brilliant move there from Ryan. Now, chance now for Ryan to get himself into, at this stage now, a podium. So Ryan could have another chance of getting a podium, but Speed Queen will not give up this position. Speed Queen will not give up this position. We're on the final lap, guys. We're on the final lap of this race. Now Speed Queen is really on charge now to try and get herself back up to 4th. Because if she does not get past Ryan, that is it. Her chances of a podium are going to be gone within this lap. And she did absolutely brilliant to try and hold on. But to be fair though, it's still decent points. Either way, it's still decent points for the Red Bull team. But Speed Queen needs to push. Speed Queen needs to push massively. And it looks like Rimpo's come up to Cops' corner. Mr. Steven's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Nightshades is getting close to Mr. Steen. So this could be an opportunity to see what happens. So we've got 2 Red Bulls who are fighting for their lives for the podiums, to be fair. So chance now for Nightshades. Will Nightshades try and make the move? Well, actually, will Speed Queen try and make the move as well? Speed Queen make the move? No, she hasn't. She hasn't made the move, but I have to go back to the leader because Rimpa, what a drive from him on the AlphaTauri car. He has done an absolute stellar drive. He has just won the British Grand Prix. Congratulations to him. Mr. Steen will finish off in 2nd. Oh my god! Nightshades has lost it at the last corner. Nightshades has lost it at the last corner. I don't know if he had any contact. I will apologise on the stream if he did have contact. But so unlucky for Nightshades again. So Nightshades, who's dropped down from third. I know he had a 3-second time penalty, but he was battling out for to try and catch up to Mr. Steen, but not enough. But I don't know if he had any contact. But as you see, he was off track. Ryan, well done to him. He's gone up to 3rd place. Speed Queen finishes in 4th. Luke Bailey will finish off in 5th. Taken Else finishes off in 6th place. Stefan will finish off in 7th. Nightshades in 8th. Hulk in 9th. Jump Lion in 10th. Hubstone 11th. Beck in 12th. Aquilin in 13th. Keza 14th. And Mr. Stim in 15th place. And Mr. Stim had a broken front wing as well. So absolutely mad scenes, to be fair. The finale at the Invictus Racing League, the F2 League, to be fair. So, but yeah, well done to Rimpa, who did an absolute stellar of a job to try and win the British Grand Prix. Brilliant stuff from him as well. And well done to Mr. Steen, the Williams driver, who finished off in 2nd, and then also with Ryan in 3rd place as well. So I believe Mr. Steen cannot make the interviews tonight, but hopefully we'll get Rimpa and Ryan to join in. But here you go, your race classification for the British Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F2 League on the PlayStation platform. You got Rimpa, the Finn, who's in 1st, Mr. Steen in 2nd, Ryan in 3rd, Speed Queen 4th, Luke Bailey 5th, Taken out 6th, Stefan 7th, Nightshades is in 8th, Hulk 9th, Jump Lion 10th, Hobblestone 11th, Beck 12th, Aquilan 13th, Keza 14th, and Mr. Stim 15th place. That is your race classification for tonight's race. We will be able to get, hopefully we'll get Rimpa and Ryan to join into the commentators box. If not, we'll stop the stream early and hear our thoughts. Well, hear my thoughts of the race tonight, to be fair. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back and bring the drivers in. So don't go anywhere. You alright, guys? How you doing? Unfortunately, I've got no drivers to come into the commentators box, so unfortunately we'll have to stop the stream a little bit earlier than expected. But my final thoughts of the race tonight, it was an absolute classic, to be fair. I was going to say, if anyone's going to come in now, they're going to have to do it quickly before stop. But like I said, it was an absolute belter of a race, and me and Craig were absolutely loving it up to lap 30. Obviously, Craig had to shoot off due to technical difficulties, so hopefully he'll be back next week. But for the final time, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League for all the live races itself. Check them out, guys, and also check out our social media sites, our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, as well as the Twitch channel as well. So check them out, guys. And the most important thing in all is check out the InvictusRacingLeague.com, where you get all the latest info and all the latest stats and everything that's related to Invictus Racing League. So well done to Rimpa, who did an absolute stellar of a job, and well done to obviously to Mr. Steen and to Ryan as well for their thoughts of the race. Their battles tonight of the racing. So cheers for that, guys. I'm going to stop the stream now, and I hope everyone's having a good evening, and see you all next week for race 9, to be fair. See you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.